Entertainment news.
All right, so like, you know how I speculated that like Hassan was like abusive to his dog, and um, I'm also using another microphone. I couldn't stand like all the feedback, all the unclear, whatever. Um, well, back to like this, right? This topic. So, you got to give it up for the guys or and girls, you know, who sit through and watch all this shit. Um, to see, excuse me, I took a nap today. I was like just working out, taking pre-workout, whatever. And then I ate like a big bowl of spaghetti, and then whatever, had like some munchies. I munched out, and then I just slept for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm like so ashamed. So like I left my friend's chat party, and then I told him I was going to be back, and then I just fell asleep after I ate. And I got to text him, and I'm like, "Fuck, it's already it's 10:30. It's not that late anyway." But excuse me. So what people do when they watch these channels is they make sure and pay attention to details that everybody else misses. Like I would miss. Like I'm not going to be there, sitting there watching his live stream for 4 or 5 hours in a day. Like even when I'm watching my own friends, like after about an hour or two, I can't handle it. I gotta leave. That's just me, my own personal thing, right? Like that's not on them. Oh, forgive me. I don't have like more fun footage to show you, so I'm just gonna show you my obsession with my vanity, using the genes to upgrade your character the right way. And I cut out all the ones when I mutated my character. He looked crazy. One time he grew like fins coming out of his waist. I'm like, no, I don't want this. Why do you keep doing this to me? uh, um, so these people who like watch this channel, right? Literally took like a timestamp of when the dog came into his room to when he yelled at it, and I think it was like something like 2 or more hours. I think it was 2 hours, 15 minutes, approximately, right? So when the point when the live stream starts, the dog enters and whatever till like he starts yelling at it, and like. Do you know how everybody knows that it's a shock collar, right? Number one, you wouldn't keep your mouth shut about it. It's like if people want to call your super heavy duty like tracking collar, which it's not. It's a shock collar. Stop fucking bullshitting people. But like if they want to call it that, like the smartest thing or the best way to go about it is to just not care and not talk about it. It's like, okay, whatever. I'm a celebrity. My dog is like, dangerous or whatever. I'm responsible for it. Like if it bites somebody, I have to use a shock collar basically. Or like, what I mean, just like live in your delusions. Like you don't have to like, humor people and their notions of like, them caring more about your dog than you do about your dog when you're the one who has to feed it, whatever. But like Hassan's such a fucking stupid fucking retard, right? Like this is like you're gonna be looking in the future, like maybe a half century to a century. Maybe that's like a little bit too much. Maybe like a couple hundred to 3 years, 200 to 300 years, and we're gonna look back at all the fucking idiot ass like fucking inbreds, dumbass fucking Muslims, dumbass Sikhs, dumbass everything. Like, dude, I was watching this like video on I think his name is the Unacceptable Fringe or something. Like it's just like some local Canadian channel, whatever, just posting things about like Toronto, Ontario, BC, and just Canadian, like how Canadians are coping with like the massive amounts of immigration. Everyone's calling it brown fatigue, Indian fatigue. And it's like, it's so easily that the Sikhs would try to like, throw the Hindus under the bus and be like, yeah, those Hindus and their idol worship, they're like causing all the problems. Meanwhile, there's these fuckers, right? They're coming out of a Home Depot after they like strong arm rob it. It's like when you rob a place, and it's like this is what these animals do. They come into the store, right? They know that they're stealing, and even though they like fully well know that everything that they're doing is wrong, they are using the laws, the Canadian laws, against our police, our the people working security, the staff of the Home Depot, the store, employees and shit. Like, okay, so if these people physically tackle them or whatever, they can sue. Yeah, that's right. Like Canada's one of these countries, right, where you're shocked but not fully shocked, right? So like you hear about like a guy breaking in to a house, and like the guy lives close to a cop precinct, which is hilarious, right? That is the most fucking worthless, useless ass cop precinct I've ever seen. Coming straight out of Richmond Hill and shit. Like I never even lived there. I just went to like a fucking like what do you call it? A credit course or whatever. I had to go there and shit to get some extracurricular activity credits for my high school diploma. And dude, like it's just sad because it's like we all know that sometimes when you need to ask for help, like security, police, or whatever, oftentimes the people who accept those kinds of jobs, they're unsavory characters, right? Not all the time, but like a lot of the times now. In fact, I would go as far as to say that you should not trust the police. You should not trust them. Because, okay, so these guys, they rob the store, they get out at the parking lot, and then they're just like this person, like, obviously, because it's like no one's able to do anything in Canada. You're not allowed to defend yourself, you're not allowed to have weapons, you're not allowed to, like, say mean words, like, the fuck. Now you're not allowed to, like, make fun of Carney's son. I'll get into that. Oh, shit, am I gonna get into that? Well, okay, so in this video, they're like putting the things in the car, like trying to run away and stuff, right? And I don't know what the fuck, like they have zero communication skills or just like zero common sense, right? So this guy, I don't know what he did. Like he walked up to the hood of the car, and then the hood of the car went up and like hit him in the head or something. And then he fell down. It was so dumb. It was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you're here robbing a store, and it's like, how do you not feel as if, like, no matter how much money you're gonna, like, somehow make off of this stupid shit, like, you just realize that not just you, your entire fucking retard race is just gonna be historically insulted to the nth degree, and you only, right now, you only have your parents and the fucking media to run defense, and they're not going to be able to do it for that much longer. They're going to die soon. Buddy. I honestly don't understand like how people could be this fucking stupid sometimes. Like, okay, so in the case of Hassan and his fucking terrorist ways, right? It's funny because it's like gotta give that shit up. So I take it back. I thought Cenk had some self awareness, some common sense, but he decides to throw shade. Like, how fucking messed up is it, right? You got a man who's basically the only reason that you're famous, and nobody really likes Cenk. Really, nobody really likes Cenk. Like the fucking Muslims who live in like these first world countries who are gassing these guys up. You know what I mean? Like, they're girls. When they take them to high school and the colleges and shit, they're gonna be practice for everybody because no one's gonna want to like fucking tie the knot with these fucking retards because you're gonna be with a fucking family of fucking idiots like this. So he's just coming out and he's trying to like throw shade at Asmongold for some reason. Oh no, we all know the reason why. It's the title of this video, the Darwin Award. The whole fucking family wins the fucking Darwin Award, dumbass. It's like all you had to do, right, was like not talk about your dog collar so much. Not only did you talk about your dog collar, you made it obvious that it is a shock collar. And the reason why it's obvious is not only the fact that you have to constantly elaborate and then you're kind of walking it back, but if it was a shot caller, but also like the time, dude, the time. So not only is your dog like not moving around for like 2 hours and then like out of nowhere, 2 hours, 15 minutes, you just yell at it. Excuse me. Not only that, but the dog's been there like for 4 hours. People like literally recorded your live stream and then sped it up, fast forward, and you see it. Oh my god, dude! The fact that you would call your dog a baby, Hassan Piker. The fact that you would call your dog's more mature than you are. Like, can you imagine? You like, I don't think you can. Like that is like next gen, next level, like human torture on an animal. And the reason why everybody knows that it's a shot caller is because your uncle is coming out and trying to throw shade at Asmund Gold. Like, what the fuck is he doing? And it's not Asmund's fault. It's his fault. It's Assad's fault. You see the memes? The one with Raiden? He's dressed up as Raiden. You're being such a baby. What, for moving a little bit? Like, what the fuck? Like, can you imagine this guy and a kid? Wow, dude. Wow. There's like something known as like in hindsight. In hindsight, it's probably better off that Hassan doesn't have any kids. In hindsight. It's probably better off that Cheng doesn't have any kids. I don't know if he does. It's just like neither of you are better off reading, man. Like your whole fucking race is gone to shit, my guy. Because guess what? Can you imagine? You're waving around these flags for years, pissing everybody off, blocking traffic, causing fights with people, getting on their nerves, pissing them off, okay? So here in Canada, right? And I know I said this about the Jewish people a couple of videos ago, like a video I made on Wednesday. So to follow up on that, yeah. Yeah. So October 7th happens on the anniversary of your big day, your unfortunate day. What happens? Well, I think it was like three things that happened here in Ontario. The first was this school downtown Toronto. I don't know if it's like a Catholic school or whatever. They played the national anthem for Canada in Arabic. Yeah, on October 7th. And for anybody out there who thinks that like you should respect teachers or you should respect like the whole education system, it's like, no, dude, don't do that. These people are fucking scum. Like, look what they're doing to these kids and shit. You know, in no way or shape or form do you ever respect people from these like establishments, these faculties. They're basically at this point human toilet paper to you, to me, to anybody who wants to have kids. Because like, think about it like this: if you were the parent, the nice father, nice mother, and you met up with your teacher, and then like you interfaced, if you will, you got caught up to date. Like, the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, you know what they think? Do you know how they feel? Like, these people are fucked in the head. They're messed up, right? And what messes them up? Well, obviously, like the ability to be evil and never be questioned about it morality. On the morality scale. So you have these people who are very much jerking off to like weird ass types of porn. Well, it's bad kinds. I don't even think it's porn. It's just like people hurting each other, people hurting other people, right? And that gets them off. And then like they get a job at teaching your kids because it's like, yeah, they get off on the fact that like they can poison your kids, they can mess with your child's life. They can sexually assault your child. They can get other people to sexually assault them. Like, right? Like, this doesn't happen by accident. People who work in the school must have known, right? Or it's just like massive amounts of negligence, which is, just as bad, right? Like allowing the kids to just like, make fun of the Jews, carte blanche. And you think that's where it stopped? No. So there's a school in Mississauga. This is a little hard to watch because it's like, I'd like to stick out for ethnicities and stuff, but I won't stop, right? But you see all these people running out of the fucking school. Well, like one of the people in the front's got a waving a Palestinian flag. They're walking out on October 7th, in solidarity with the Hamas people. Oh no, they just want to skip school. They just want to skip school. They're just using it as an excuse. Fuck you, Jews. And like I said, the media, the whole thing, the cops, everybody, nobody gives a fuck, dude. Nobody cares. The saddest thing too is like this conflict is ending now thanks to Trump, right? Thanks to Trump. Nobody wants to thank him. I think they're talking about giving a Nobel Peace Prize. People are like losing their shit. But like yeah, he's going to be ending the war with Hamas and Israel. How that happens, like you know, honestly, this might sound weird. I felt as if I made a video about it, talking about it earlier. I might have jinxed it and shit, but it looks like it's really gonna go through. And like say, like you know, I had my fun. Other people, you know, speculated this, that, you know, said they're racist things, this, whatever. Like, if we could all agree on one thing, the war, like the reason why it happened in the first place was fucked up, right? Like if these guys want to rape girls and like their race is full of incels and shit, like you have to look at the culture and be like, yo, you're indoctrinating your youth at a very young age, you know, dressing people up in like, you know, animatronics like Mickey Mouse and, you know, Bugs Bunny and shit, you know, telling them death to Israel and stuff. Like it's more than obvious that you want to have these people kill for you and in your name, right? And then years and years of pressure cooking it, and now this is what it is. Like you get to see, like, you guys are going to be incels, not just in this lifetime, but your great grandkids and their great grandkids are also going to feel the ramifications of, you know, your female femiciding ways. Because whether you choose to accept it or not, like, I think the worst is about to come. Okay? What I mean by that is, in the slight chance, and I'm hoping this too, because everybody's hoping this, right? But you have to understand, in the slight chance, right? Maybe there's a good chance. I don't know. I'm hoping that it is a good chance. One of the prisoners, female, survives. She's gonna have some things to say, and it's gonna be more of the same. People like in Europe, they're gonna be like, "Wow." Stuff like they do that stuff to you. They say those things to you. They do the same things to me. Really? Oh, here in Canada, they do those things to you. They do the same things to me, and then they're gonna peel it back. They're gonna be like, who are these people who stalk and harass you? Who are these people who, like, you know, categorize your people as separate, but like wants to exploit the children and, like, you know, make it so that like their race is basically, in a way, cannibalizing the innocence and the youth of your race, right? And the answer is quite simple: the Darwin Award. Like, as much as Hassan wants to pretend like people aren't going to figure out or know that it's a shot caller, his career's over. No, not just his career. Like, think about it. He made his entire, like, you know, thing about his channel. Like, the Hamas versus Israel, or should I say, rapists, pedophiles versus humanity, right? And then you dressed it up as them being on the good side of humanity, and like, yo, there's gonna be people who raise their kids. We're gonna tell them the truth. We're the majority, dude. 8 billion people, and of those 8 billion people, all six, okay? You're not gonna have any exceptions to this. Are going to say it like it is, because not only are we not Muslim, we don't like you, right? Like there is a certain aspect in life when you like see people who are like fake like this, who like torture animals, want to, like, you know, well, we already had sex with children in the case of Hassan. Like these are sick, twisted individuals, right? Like they don't belong in a first world country, because they are very much a byproduct of the environment that has created them. And in the case of like these Punjabis and shit, right? Like the idea that the trucking thing and like all these like bullshit scamming ways is about to come to an end is more or less like the reason why all these people are going to win the Darwin Award and are going to progressively keep it for them and their children and generations to come. Like, this is going to go away. This is like one of those things where you probably wish you would have shut up, because Your kids are going to be coming home on a near day-to-day basis, okay, from school, from work, and they're going to feel the depression and the walls closing in because they might see a hot girl and they're going to have to share that one woman who's just like more like reciprocal towards them, whether they're, part of the same culture, faith, and shit. She's going to be sharing him with every other guy in his like, culture, race who lives in that area. There's there's not going to be a surplus. There's always going to be a shortage. This is the byproduct of femicide. Turkey femiciding out women, and then like all these like old ass like liberal like this is why we say we're gonna get the full 6 billion to like hate on you guys because we hate on them too. It's funny how Asengol calls them just as bad or almost worse than the terrorists because in a way he's kind of right, you know. But like trying to say like, oh, Asengol said all these like bad things. He wants violence against the left. And I'm like, who cares? Like honestly, like the left wanted violence in the first place. How are you gonna call out Azen and say like, hey, what you're saying is wrong now. You should know better, unlike us. Darwin Award winners.